This is Jones Harwell. Welcome to Unapologetic. Today is Saturday, the Saturday before Memorial Day weekend, 2020. Welcome from Southern Maryland. Oh boy, I hear something in my backyard walking. I wonder if it's a deer. Okay, I'm going to continue talking. If y'all see me moving really quick, you know it is not a deer or something else, and I am hightailing it, trying to get inside. A couple of updates real quick on projects that I'm working on. Entangled in Domesticated Love. Working with Mia Sampson on that. We've got our edits back, so we are doing our final edits. We still hope to have that going to publication on July 1, 2020. Stay tuned as we continue to push information out on that project. She has graciously agreed to be my first official guest on Unapologetic, so I cannot wait to introduce her to you all, that you can hear her story and get some perspective where she is now on her journey and continuing from there. Really honored and excited to have worked with her. I am still working on my own publications, Averless, and a couple of other novels that I'm working on. As I progress in those, I will continue to post tidbits and information on that. A couple of new things for me happened this last week. I joined a group of entrepreneurs, small business owners. The group is called DMV Masterminds group. They are from the District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia area. Several wonderful, wonderful people that I've met, authors, educators, local school officials, media personnel, just a wonderful, wonderful group of individuals. IT, so there are a couple of even IT professionals, which I used to do for more than 30 years. I was in IT. But they are my new mentors. They are going to help me in my journey as I build my business, as I continue to grow my business, in educating all of those things that I need, from media to writing to public speaking to just volunteering of my time in my community. So I am so excited to be a part of that group. I added some side businesses this week. One of my side businesses is independent wine consultant with Wine Shop at Home. I'm excited about that venture. I like wine. I'm going to enjoy learning about wine because I always seem to get the same wine when I go to the liquor store or I'm out. So I'm really looking forward to learning about new wines, distinguishing when to drink a red versus a white, what is the substantial differences between dry wines and sweet wines, and how to pair them with certain foods. I do like to entertain. I do like trying new foods, so that should be a wonderful adventure as well. A few weeks ago, I joined Dream Trips. It's a travel agency where you can get wonderful vacations. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well. But you can get wonderful vacations, domestic and internationally. So as restrictions ease, hopefully by the end of the year and next year where we're able to travel, that is a nice thing to do. That is on my bucket list, to visit several places. Taking my mom, I have several bucket list trips that I want to do with her, so I'm really looking forward to that, and taking some as well with my girlfriends. And if you can do it on a good budget and a good price, hey, that's even better. So those are some of the ventures that I'm getting to as I begin to brand myself off and find my place and what makes me happy. One thing this week that I'm going to touch base on, and why I named this particular episode that I did, was in my journey that I've been doing since July. I published my first book in July, so I'm really getting my feet wet now and advancing and spreading my wings, getting back to that one creative avenue that I have, that I've known that I've had since my teen years, and that is writing, that is being a journalist. And I'm a different journalist in the sense of the word that I'm not on a major platform. I'm not even on a small platform. This is just my platform right now. But I have always still been a journalist at heart, telling that story. And for me, no matter what the story is, there is always a defining moment. There is always a silver lining. And that silver lining may not be for me at that particular time, but there's someone that is going through or has been through that can testify to it, that can say, yes, I've been there, and can shed light and enlightenment and move, because life is about growth. It is about growth. The Black Godfather has said, and he is the Black Godfather of media, that there are only really two dates that you have in life that are permanent dates: when you were born and when you die. What you do in the middle, you have to make the most of it. So it took me a little while to get out of my comfort zone of safe to where I'm at now. And I'll be 58 years old in September. And these last 2 years, I have been through more and have done more than I did in my 20s and my 30s combined. And I'm happy about it. It was a huge step on my part, but I'm really happy about it. My mind is at a new peace about it. And I am my own boss, so I do have to hustle and do the work. And I'm willing to do that work that satisfies me now. And what satisfies me now is writing. What satisfies me now is public speaking. What satisfies me now is getting back to being a journalist. What satisfies me now is learning about wine. What satisfies me now is being able to travel. What satisfies me now is that I'm almost at the end of a first journey with the second child that's in my family. So my oldest child, daughter, that I was gracious and humbled enough to be a part of her life from the age of 13 on. She is a mother. She's successful out there doing her own thing. And our youngest will be, at the end of this summer, a senior in high school. So that journey, that first journey with him is almost done, because we've gotten him to that point. Now he'll be able to spread his own wings and find his own way. And I don't know how I feel quite about that. Some days I'm like, yes. And some days I'm like, where's that little boy? Where's that baby? He's no longer there. So on that note, before I leave that note about that young man, stay tuned, because I do have some news to share. For those of you that do know me personally and know part of my story, my son is a blues guitarist, and he's building his craft. But I do have something on him to share. A lot of people have been asking, when is he going to be back on the air to shine his talents, and he had been doing it at the first part of the stay at home. I was able to get him to do it once a week, just to a little joy and a little sunshine. But he actually does have something that's coming up And as soon as I get the word to really promote it, I will do so. But it is on a national and international level. I cannot wait to plug. He's one of my most favorite people, if you guys know me, to plug in the world and share his gift, because he really does have a gift that's from God. That talent to play by ear, and to play the blues as a teenager. It's not a lot of kids that do that and have a passion for it, and he does. So more about that when it comes later. One of the things, and this is what I'm going to end on today, is as I have been on my journey and creating my brand, and I did that. I wrote my first book. I decided that I was going to become my own publisher. Opportunity presented itself, and I was able to co-author a book with my cousin earlier this year, which was wonderful. Out of that opportunity, I got another opportunity to help a young lady publish her story, Mia Sampson, that I talked about, and my cousin, evangelist, prophetess Jacqueline Cade. We did her story. And it is going to open some other avenues and doors for me. And I am so grateful for that. But as I'm continuing to grow my business and perfect things and come out, everyone has a mission statement. And if you're not familiar with a mission statement is, it basically says that this is what this business or organization personifies. What do they represent? What is it that they are offering to their customer base? And for me, being an author and a brand new blogger and doing podcast, I had to figure out, as a publisher, what is my mission statement? What am I trying to represent? There is a saying that those of you that are spiritual, that believe in God, specifically, he references a mustard seed. And a mustard seed is tiny. It's tiny. And there's a reference that if you have the faith of a mustard seed, because sometimes that's all it takes is just a little bit of faith, a little bit of belief, that God will take that mustard seed and blossom it as you grow into him. So for me, what is my mustard seed? What am I trying to do with my mustard seed? It's blossoming. Every time I take a step in empowering myself, my mustard seed blooms. I took a step to become an author. I said, one and done. I've had this book on my mind for so long. I'm going to get it off my mind, and that's off my bucket list. And a voice, and God said to me, and a voice in my heart and in my mind said, you got more stories to tell. And they come to me. So when they come, I write the idea down. And if it's talking really loud, like 3 of them are at the moment, those are the 3 that I'm working on. The other ones sit on the shelf, and I'll come back to them and I'll look at them. Or something new may end up coming to me. But who knew that I had more than one book in me? Who knew by me taking that first step that since July of 2019, 1 year later almost, I would have published 3 books. Who knew? I didn't see it. But that was the faith of my mustard seed. I knew that I was going to be making some major changes career-wise, and I stepped away from IT. I thought that I would be returning to IT, and it's possible that I may, but at the moment, I am happy. I am happy. My mind is at ease. My health is getting back together. I'm not as stressed as I used to be. And I'm enjoying and loving life as it is right now. And for my son's last year of high school, I probably will not, because I want that freedom to participate in things that are coming up. I want that freedom to be able to, if we're able to, at some point in time, do the college tours. If not, we'll be doing virtual tours. I want to be able to have the freedom to do the baseball games with him, because that is his passion. I want to have that freedom that as more music gigs come for him for playing his guitar, and knowing that that is something that will enable him and help him to grow as he grows into becoming a young man now. I want that freedom, because once he turns 18 and he goes away to college, I'm at a distance. I'm still there, but I'm at a distance. I'm not walk right with him, step by step. He's in my presence. So that this next year will be a lot of, but some good tears too along the way, that hopefully my husband and I have done a great job at raising him and giving him that foundation that he needs as he starts the next journey within his life. But that's still a blossom on my mustard seed. To be able to travel with my mom as she gets older and she's still in good health. A blossom on my mustard seed. To be able to do things with my sister group. To promote other individuals, women who are small business owners, entrepreneurs. To work within my community. All of that is part of that mustard seed. That now, taking that step away, I have the freedom to do as little or as much as I want to do. But I want to say at the end of the day, at the end of my journey, that I made some differences, that I helped along the way, that I participated. I didn't stay on the sidelines in life. And it's a wonderful feeling to get back to early in my college career when I always had went to college part-time. But when I was on the campus of the University of District of Columbia, as an editor and a reporter, those were fun times, because the pictures, the stories that I took, learning, growing, that's all part of life's cycle. And it's wonderful. It is a wonderful thing when you can stop and take a moment and realize that you are worth something. You have value. Doesn't matter who you are, what you do in life. You are worth something. You have value. Own your truth. Find your truth. Find your path. Find what makes you happy. And own it. Can't nobody take that away from you. Nobody. Don't even let them try. Fight for it. If you're that passionate about it, fight for it. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this Saturday. In a little bit, it should be time for a cocktail, so I might grab a glass of wine or I might grab a margarita, who knows. But I'm Jones Harwell. I'm always unapologetic, and I will see you next time.